Camera was filming. Hi guys. Outing. A friend of mine asked me, since starting my transition, have I been outed without my express consent? So, quick video. Well, it won't be quick. My personal opinion on outing is it is horribly, horribly wrong. For a number of reasons. If you know something about somebody and they've come to you in confidence, then that's what it should be. Somebody plucks up the courage to tell you something about themselves that potentially could be dangerous. Have the decency to be, confidential, respectful, and understanding. I mean, I find it irritates me. It really does when people go outing people because they know a bit of juicy gossip. Oh, so-and-so's gay, so-and-so's bi, so-and-so's had an affair, so-and-so's trans. It is nobody else's business. If I have told you something, I have told you in confidence and expect it to stay there. Now, outing is wrong for a number of reasons. One, it is my personal choice who I tell, when I tell. And at the same time, I don't particularly want the shit kicking out of me because somebody else can't keep their gob shut. If I tell you something, you keep it to yourself, or you tell those I have told you can tell, not who you feel you think should know. Anyway, my personal experiences of outing. I've only really had two. I've had like the odd thing where people have slipped up with the pronoun and it's like almost given me away, but not, or if it has, nobody's reacted to it, so I'm not aware of it. I've only actually had two cases of being actually outed. The first was actually a slip of the tongue, as such. We were out, myself and my partner were out with friends, and there was a group of us. There were some trans people with us. There were some gay people with us. A whole bunch of us, all different colours of the rainbow. And somebody had brought along a friend of theirs who was new to our circle of friends, but they actually, at the time we didn't realise it, but knew had a mutual friend within our group that was trans, and during the course of the evening, a conversation had sort of sprouted up between this person and my partner, and she'd made some remarks about this person's transition, and she didn't understand how somebody could, hate their body so much, or words to that effect. And my partner, in trying to show support for this other trans person, in doing so managed to out me. Words to the effect of, well, Billy has found his transition difficult, and I understand his dysphoria. I can understand where he's coming from. And the moment that she'd sort of said it and realised that she'd outed me in doing so, in trying to express that dysphoria is this horrible thing, she was mortified. My partner was absolutely mortified that she'd done it. Sorry, that's my pup barking. And it breezed over. This other person apologised. I said to her, everybody has opinions, but we would appreciate them if they're not supportive, that you keep them to yourself. I'm not stealth, therefore I'm not overly fussed to a certain degree when it happens. It annoys me that if it happens, it annoys me that I've not been the one to say so, but it doesn't bother me that people know I'm trans, if that makes sense. And so that situation sort of blew over in the fact that we dealt more with the fact that this person had issues with with a friend of mine who's trans, and it was one of those. The choice of words was the wrong choice of words, and it led to me being outed. Not forced. However, the second experience I had with being outed was very different. Excuse me. Hi! Was very different. As I've said in previous videos, I am a youth worker with a very big organisation here in the UK, and it's actually worldwide. And we were having a presentation evening, and during this presentation evening, a very high-ranking officer of our organisation was giving a speech, and a parent who knew me from before my transition decided that this was an appropriate time to out me to all these parents. As you can imagine, the room fell silent. All eyes suddenly were on Billy. Thankfully, the officer that was giving his speech at the time cleared his throat very loudly, drew the attention back towards himself, and it sort of carried on. I took the opportunity at that point to take this parent aside and speak to him and say, look, that's not how you do things. You don't have the right to out me to anybody. If you have an issue with my transition, and you think that it's an issue with when it comes to kids in some way, then you come to me and you speak to me politely and properly and respectfully. Their response was, well, I think all these parents should know. I very calmly said, well, I disagree. My gender has nothing to do with my ability to teach these kids. My gender has nothing to do with the group as a whole. The organisation is happy with it, so if you feel that strongly about it, then I'm sure we can deal with this. As it was, I chose to send out a letter to all the parents explaining my transition. They all came back very supportive, so it's only really this one person. And I basically said, right, from now forward, any new member will only ever know me as Billy. There will be it's not to be brought up again. You all now know. Please be respectful enough to just see me as Billy, and I will give them that they do. This person has, on a number of occasions, deliberately used the wrong pronoun, and it is now starting to get to the point where I'll be taking that to the next level. However, those are the only experiences that I've actually had of being outed. The second one was horrendous because it was in a room full of people, and it very quickly could have become something very impolite and unpleasant. Where the first instance was more of just like a hiccup. I mean, in Lizzie's defence, she was trying really hard to sort of defend this other trans person, and in doing so outed me, which to a certain degree, because of what she was doing in the first place to out me, I think is why I wasn't bothered so much. So yeah, outing, as far as I'm concerned, is a big no-no. If it is done deliberately, it is a no-no. Be respectful, be confidential, and just be understanding of somebody else's. If you've got a personal secret that you wouldn't want anybody else to know, just stop and think how you would feel if that was somebody blabbing to all and sundry your personal issues before you actually think. Just think before you open your trap. If I've told you something, or if somebody has told you something, stop and think before you go, oh, do you know? Would you want that? Would you want that conversation to be about you? Yeah. So anyway, that's my outing video. In response to my friend, yes, I've been outed, and my opinion is no, it is wrong. It is way wrong. So please don't do it. Catch you guys later.